Tensions flare between White Sox and Orioles following heated rundown collision. By Thomas Gamba Ellis, June 1, 2025. What started as a routine base-running play quickly escalated into a benches-clearing confrontation during Saturday's matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and Chicago White Sox at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Baltimore ultimately walked away with a 4-2 victory, but the game's most talked-about moment occurred in the fourth inning following a bizarre and aggressive sequence involving Orioles infielder Kobe Mayo and White Sox second baseman Lenyn Sosa. The incident began when Mayo, recently called up from AAA and appearing in just his second MLB stint, singled to left field and then made an aggressive turn toward second base. Realizing he had no chance to advance, he attempted to scramble back to first but got caught in a rundown. As the White Sox worked to trap Mayo between bases, the Orioles rookie unexpectedly veered toward Sosa and made what many interpreted as a deliberate lunge into the second baseman, despite Sosa being well outside the baseline. He went right into him. "Look at that. Come on," one of the White Sox broadcasters exclaimed on the CHSN telecast, reacting with disbelief to the contact. Mayo was ultimately tagged out by White Sox first baseman Miguel Vargas, but the situation didn't cool down there. As Mayo walked back toward the dugout, he appeared to shove Sosa, prompting the White Sox infielder to push back. The tension between the two quickly drew the attention of both teams, as benches and bullpens from each side emptied onto the field. Despite the emotional outburst and the sight of dozens of players spilling onto the diamond, cooler heads prevailed before the skirmish could escalate further. No punches were thrown, and remarkably, no ejections were issued by the umpiring crew. The game resumed shortly afterward without further incident. The scuffle came during a significant day for Mayo, who was recalled to the Orioles roster earlier that morning after Ryan Mountcastle was placed on the 10-day injured list with a right calf strain. Mayo made an immediate impact, recording his first career RBI in the same game that would later erupt into controversy. The 23-year-old is currently ranked as the number 2 prospect in Baltimore's farm system by MLB Pipeline. "This is a chance for me to show what I can do," Mayo said in the post-game media session. "You don't control when you get called up, but when you do, you have to take advantage of it. That's my focus right now. Just making every opportunity count." Mayo's previous stint in the majors in 2024 was brief and disappointing, as he managed just a .098 average with 22 strikeouts in 41 at-bats. This time around, he's hoping for a longer stay and a more productive showing at the plate. Meanwhile, the Orioles continue to battle adversity on multiple fronts. Injuries have decimated their roster, with 12 players currently sidelined, and the team has struggled mightily in the standings. With Saturday's win, Baltimore improved slightly to 21-36 but still sits in last place in the highly competitive AL East. Though Mayo's RBI and the team's win offered some silver linings, it was the fiery fourth-inning altercation that will likely dominate headlines and highlight reels in the days to come. Whether it marks the beginning of a budding rivalry or just a one-off flashpoint remains to be seen.